What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. It has been an incredible year on the Profit Power Hour. We still got like 2 more weeks to go before we hit 2024, and there is still work to be done to close out this year. And we'll be going over a strategy tonight and some products tonight that can really help you crush it through the holidays. All right. So, that being said, everybody's kind of getting on right now. So, we're going to give everybody a second. If you're new, I want to welcome you. Listen, tonight, I'm going to talk to you about how to crush it during, all right, crush it during the holidays with hot products and hot sales, right? So, if you're new to the webinar, we've been doing these since 2024. I'm sorry, 2014, duh. And every single week I get on here most of the time like this. I turn my camera on. I'm either at my house here in Mississippi or my house in Florida. So, you'll see me in different settings from time to time. And I just go live and I teach. Like there's no PowerPoint, none of that stuff. It's just I go live and I show you what my research for the week has shown to be working, relevant, trending, strategies that I've used that I've proven myself have done very well. And you can take all of this stuff and you can use it, you can test it, you can market the same products, you can utilize the same strategies, the same vendors that I use for drop shipping, and so much more. As a matter of fact, um, January 14th, I have a meeting with Shopify. So I'm flying out to meet Shopify personally. They've invited me out to an event, and some really cool stuff is going to happen. I think we're gonna talk about some really cool things. We're gonna come up hopefully with some new things that I'm able to provide to you um, in partnership with Shopify to help you throughout 2024. So when you get on these webinars, it's it's more than just hopping on here for training. You're really connected um, to the core of what's going on in e-commerce because I'm so connected to Shopify and I'm so connected to other, big internet marketers, drop shippers, e-commerce entrepreneurs, and I have my finger on the pulse in many different ways, and I'm able to convey to you and share with you all of these things that I'm learning, that top marketers are learning, that would otherwise be secret. And I say secret because a lot of the top marketers, they're not trainers like I am. They're not sponsored Shopify commerce coaches. They're just running their own businesses. I happen to have built my own e-commerce stores and happen to train as well. So very beneficial to always be on here because we don't know what each week is going to bring. Um, Now, I'm assuming by now, most everybody that's going to be here is getting on. I keep scratching my arm because since I've come back to Mississippi, like I don't know, the weather's different here, and my skin is dry, and I've now scratched my forearm until it bleeds. So that's just really great. Um, I definitely prefer Florida. I don't know why, like, my skin is so dry. But that being said, tonight what we're going to do is we're going to go over a strategy that we always use every year during the holiday and some hot products that you might could tap into that research shows are, popular right now at this moment. Um, on the home screen here, what you can see is basically this is our welcome screen. If you don't have a Shopify store right now, My AI will build you one. Well, an AI that we've kind of like trained and paired with software will build you an e-commerce store completely free. It'll set up the settings, it'll add products to it. You can choose if you want a free theme or a premium theme, that's up to you. And you can do that at profitph.com/free store. Below that are the vendors that we highly recommend. There are obviously various other vendors out there. I encourage you to try different vendors, but these are the ones that I work closely with and that I feel comfortable recommending because, listen, especially if you're new, there are some vendors out there that you'll hear horror stories from that don't ship out products on time or just don't ship them out at all, and that could be detrimental. It could be like a death sentence for your business to have a vendor that screws you over. So I try to always recommend the ones I know are legitimate and I work with, and I've personally sold stuff with CJ Dropshipping, not being one that I use, but that I know that it's not. It's one that I've researched a lot, and I have a lot of friends and partners that use CJ Dropshipping. It's one I feel comfortable working with. I myself do research on there, look for products on there. We've added products from there. I would just say it's not like the big one that I use. It's kind of just like that afterthought that's there. I really like Zendrop, Shine On, Pillow Profits. There's another one I showed the other week called T Launch that's been really great. And my goal is to recommend vendors to you that you can trust, you can find good products, good prices at, and can really help you get jump started. All right, so those vendors are below. All of those links are special partner links with them, so they'll know that you're my student, and there are oftentimes benefits to being connected to me because they do special things for me that you get access to. All right, so tonight what we're going to do though is we're going to talk about how to still continue crushing it throughout the holidays with hot products and hot sales. Now, what I mean by hot sales is sales strategies that you can use to, entice people to purchase. And we're going to go over that here in just a moment. But again, if you're new, remember you have access to our portal, which is accessadrian.com. So everybody has access to this portal. And if you log in here and go to My Courses and Software and click on the Profit Power Hour, it's going to bring up a free members area for you. And this members area is going to give you access to all of the replays from 2023 all the way back to, I think it's like 2015 or 2016. So you can always go in and you can always rewatch these. You can obviously subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get notifications about any of the private videos that I list and whatnot. So make sure that you just hover over here and hit subscribe if you want that. And then you can go watch everything. So if you feel like I'm going fast during these webinars, don't worry, they're recorded. You can go back and get access to the replays for the most part. All right. So what I want to do tonight, though, is I want to talk to you about something really important. All right. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this 158 pages of notes, and you can see here, like, I mean, these are notes that we've been going over for years. Like, maybe I should PDF this together one day and give it away as like a free gift, but I'm not doing that. So do not email support and ask them to do that. um, you know, I want to look at the notes first and see if there's good context to the stuff, because sometimes I just kind of jib jab some stuff down here and speak to the context. But anyways, I'm going to get over here to a new page right here, and I want to talk to you about something that a lot of people, especially newbies, fail to realize during this time of the year. So there is a pre-holiday, there is a holiday, and there is a post-holiday sales rush, okay? So the pre-holiday sales rush is more of like your Black Friday, you know, getting products for Christmas for people. And I'll make this bigger. Let's make it bold too. Why not? All right. So we have the pre-holiday, and for pre-holiday we'll leave it. Well, you know what? Whatever. We'll go like blue. Okay. Then we have the holiday, which we'll put in red. Okay. And then we have post-holiday, which I guess let's do green. Okay. So the pre-holiday, the holiday, and the post-holiday sales rush. All right. The pre-holiday sales rush is over. All right. Um, it's done. Okay. So we've already gone through this. I know I thought there was like a strike through. Anyways, I don't know the command to do a strike through, but this is done. All right. So we have the holiday sales rush and the post-holiday sales rush that we have to look forward to. Now, a couple of notes here. Text down. Let's pop this bad boy over to the left. All right. So a couple of things to note is most stores hit the kill switch and completely shut down for the week of Christmas. All right. That's what most stores do. There are a lot of stores that do this. And, you know, this is because they know they cannot deliver gifts in time for the holiday. All right. But important, they are costing themselves a ton of money, or let's just say a ton of potential sales profit. Okay. So let's go over this. Why would stores shut down during the week of Christmas? Basically, this week, all the way until next Sunday or this Sunday. Well, they don't want to get orders like we talked about last week that aren't going to make it in time for Christmas. So we went over that strategy of still running your store up until Christmas Day because, well, you know, you can use copy that says this won't arrive by Christmas, but if you're willing to wait, we'll give you 20% off, right? So that strategy kills it. Everybody loves it. Everybody sent me great feedback on that, okay? The reason that people are costing themselves a ton of potential sales and profit is because people, all right, so I like to I'll call this a profit point. Many friends and family celebrate the holidays on different days, not exactly Christmas Day, all right? Because they may be celebrating, you know, something different than Christmas. They might celebrate on Christmas Eve, like my wife's family does all of their Christmas on Christmas Eve. They might be doing different Christmas parties, all right? So you could say many friends celebrate the holidays early, have parties on different days. And so this is not exactly Christmas Day. And a lot of these people get cash money for their holiday gifts, hot in their pocket and ready to spend. You ever heard the term burning a hole in your pocket? Someone ever heard that? This money's burning a hole in my pocket, right? Um, well, they get cash for their holiday gift. And the first thing they want to do is go spend it, right? So the week prior to Christmas, um, people are blowing money that they got at holiday parties. They're blowing Christmas bonuses. They got money to spend, and they're bored out of their mind because they're off for the holidays, right? So they're bored out of their mind. They're at home. Inevitably, they end up online shopping. So if you're not advertising during this week and you're shutting your business down out of fear of like delivery for Christmas holidays, then you're most certainly costing yourself a ton of potential sales and profit. So you need to use the strategy I taught you last week, and you need to continue to advertise, throughout the holiday. Now, I'm not going to go over last week's strategy again, um, because there's no point. You can go back and you can watch it. All right. So you can go back to the replay in the Profit Power Hour members area and you can watch that. So that being said, what is the strategy that we can use to really create buzz? What we want to do is our goal, or I should say your goal this week, create buzz and the sizzle effect. All right, that's your goal for this week. So your goal this week is to create buzz, to get people to want to spend their money with you and have the sizzle effect. Now, the sizzle effect is a good offer and a hot product. So we'll do this in orange. All right, so you want I don't like that. You can't read that. So create buzz and have the sizzle offers with the sizzle effect. All right, cool. We got that. Epic. So how do we do that? Well, what we do is we know that, listen, not everybody celebrates Christmas. We get totally understand that. Different people, don't celebrate anything at all. Like my grandmother was a Jehovah's Witness, and I learned they don't, do Christmas gifts and stuff. And so, before she was a Jehovah's Witness, she, would always give us Christmas gifts and everything. When she became a Jehovah's Witness, and they were just like the sweetest church to her, and took such great care of my grandmother when she was still on this earth. Really great people, but she was, a little bit naughty because she would still give us Christmas gifts, and she would just tell us not to tell anybody and not to post it because she wasn't supposed to be giving us gifts. So you got. My point is, I understand not everybody celebrates Christmas. It's just a very widely celebrated holiday, so we're using it as reference. Okay. Um, and what we do is basically the day. All right. So here is our holiday sales strategy. How do we get back up to freaking 26-point font? Here's what we're going to do. Okay. So Christmas Eve, we do a Christmas Eve 20% off sale. Okay. Now we can use this with email marketing to our list. We can run a Christmas Eve sale through ads. All right. And then we have a Christmas Day. We have the, Merry Christmas sale. Maybe it's, 20% off and free shipping. Okay. Then we extend this to the, extended Christmas sale. And for this, we just continue the 20% off entire store. Now, everybody knows if they order something on Christmas Eve, they're not getting it by Christmas. And if they do think that, well, then they're probably an idiot. All right. I mean, unless it's a local store that's promising, same day delivery, kind of like the Apple store will do same day delivery, but I doubt the Apple store is open on Christmas Eve. So, you're not going to really have any issues there. Christmas Day, same thing. and then you can extend that sale for a day or two, but you don't want to do it too long because we have a New Year promotion that's going to start very quickly, right? So what we're able to do is leverage Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then squeeze a little bit more out of the sale extend it the day after Christmas. And this is going to allow us to create buzz, and we'll be selling products that have the sizzle effect, some of which we'll go over here, over the next couple of webinars and some tonight. And then this extended Christmas sale needs to end the day after Christmas, so your list and your customers and advertisements can kind of cool off a little bit, because we're going to do a New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day and an extended New Year's sale that I'll draw out for you. Now, I'm going to use this software. We're building our own, and it won't be like $300 a month or whatever this is that I'm using here. That I will be probably releasing at sometime in Q1 of 24. So you'll be getting something that can do this eventually, that will not be hundreds of dollars a month. But I do look at this, and I look for products that are doing really well right now. And there's a couple of different things that I look at. And so one of the things I do is, when I'm doing ad research, is I'm looking for ads that are in US based, because United States has the most expensive traffic you can buy. And products and ads that have more than 100,000 views, that means that someone spent a lot of money on them and that were seen in the last 10 days or so. And as I scroll through this, I start to find products that are hot right now. Like this one has been running for 8 days, 400,000 impressions. That's a decent bit of impressions here. And it's just a little like makeup box. You can totally find this on Zendrop. Like it's literally a makeup organizer. And they're generating obviously a good bit of orders via the TikTok Pixel. They're advertising in Canada, Turkey, Egypt, Australia, Malaysia, Korea, and the United States. So this is working all over the world. And it's a very simple ad. They're selling it for 79 bucks, and it's a smart LED cosmetic makeup organizer and box. So there's an idea for you. Not all of these are going to be the best ideas, right? This is a product that protects your phone. Apple just released the new iPhones recently, so people are going to start re-upping and getting the newly fit, covers for phones. So, and I have no idea what's coming up, by the way. I'm just legitimately um, doing this live. Like I have no idea what I'm going to see next. This looks like a BFF ring. So easily you could guarantee you'll find this on AliExpress or Zendrop. So this thing right here is at 140,000 impressions, been running for 4 days. You can see that they've measured orders being generated. And so again, we're looking for products here that have a lot of impressions, and thus a lot of money has been spent on these. Now we could up it even more, but I like to find the ones that have at least 100,000 impressions, because they could be up and coming. They're starting to sizzle. And that means that there's not a gazillion people selling the product yet, because it's not, it doesn't have millions upon millions upon millions of impressions. So we look for those rising stars, and we're looking for things that we could very easily replicate. So this takes time. It takes a little bit of research. Here is she cried reading this. I'm sorry for hurting you. This is very interesting. All right. This says, let's read what this says. Even though I can't undo the past, I hope you'll accept my apology for the pain I've caused. Now, this is coming from a vendor I recommended earlier called Shine On. And I'm great friends with their founder. He's a very close friend of mine. His name is Eric Taz. And he told me at our recent mastermind that we did here in Mississippi, there was like, I don't know, 8 or 10 of you that were in that mastermind. He showed up and he showed us some examples of orders that were coming in live, which is really cool. And one of the top sellers, he said, was necklaces with poems that are basically like saying, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry I cheated, whatever. Now, I don't know what guy is dumb enough to think that buying a necklace with a poem that says I'm sorry for cheating on you is gonna work. But clearly there are guys that think that this is going to work because it's one of the top selling things on Shine On is these I'm sorry poems with a necklace in front of them. That'll work year round because I'll tell you what, us boys, like, you know what I'm saying? We screw up a lot. So we might be buying like the bracelet one month, the necklace the next month, the ring a month after that until she just, leaves us. And then the new partner that we have, we just start all over with the new necklace and we already got the idea made over on Shine On. So it's very interesting that this is coming up. It's had 243,000 impressions, around 334 estimated orders. That's incredible. So, better be giving her that I'm sorry necklace for Christmas. I'm sure she'll enjoy it. This is one of those wallet holders that protects your wallet, your cards from being stolen, is what it looks like. It's got an Apple AirTag built into it in case you lose it. Very cool idea. I'm pretty sure tons of aunts and grandmas and grandpas are going to be buying that for their nephews and grandkids. Let's see what else. It's just some quick things. We try to keep these 30 minutes. Some things that stick out that I know that you could replicate very easily. Like the best friend ring's a good idea. The I'm sorry necklace with shine ons, I know is a great idea. I mean, what is this? Okay. I don't know if I'd sell that because there might be some rules against things that start fire. You don't want to get your store banned. Um, so I'd steer away from things that, I'm seeing a lot of this. What is this? Okay, it's like a unique way to create psychedelic stuff for your phone case. I don't know if you'll replicate that. All right, let's jump over to the next tab. I could do that for hours. This portable projector, 821,000 impressions. This retro Bluetooth speaker. Oh my, this is a great gift for people into that era, people that were born during that era. I could totally see how this thing is smashing right now. The Caddy robot, you got these print and go pocket inkless printers, iPhone accessories for charging the battery. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't even want to try to figure it out either. But it's selling good. Laser hair removal. Maybe that's what that other thing was. Some of these things you can't replicate, but let's find the ones you can. The 15-piece multi-purpose fruit and vegetable slicer. A lot of you like that have the stores we build, we put a product very similar to this on your store. And this is one of the new up and coming products that is getting some traction. Okay, so I have a couple more tabs pulled up because there's different ways to segment this data. These chunky knitted blankets, you could totally find those. 489,000 impressions. So that means that someone is paying a lot of money to advertise that. We can assume it's must be working. The moon lamps have been crushing for 2 years now. They just won't stop crushing. What else? I've been seeing these super bright solar lights that go on the front of houses. There's a big infomercial right now selling things similar to those. Anytime there's an infomercial pushing something, you can bet that it's going to do good online. There's another projector, the humidifier with fire. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Those always seem to do good. The portable folding washing machine. Okay, I could see how for travelers that would be really cool. I'm gonna go to the next tab. The water ripple night lamp. Night lamps do really well. things that project cool colors and lights about the room always do really, really well. Now, these are some products that have been dubbed as like winning products. So, doesn't mean that, they're guaranteed. It just means that, this software kind of dubbed them winners. So some of these are not even in English. I need to, set up the filters to do the US, but we don't have time for that right now. I just want to look through some of these, like this one right here. This little Christmas tree with little hearts and crystals and stuff on it. Might be a little late to advertise that. I've seen this before. Really cool. This thing with the that goes on like motorbikes and whatnot. Let's see what else we could find in here. I'm just really trying to find stuff that is gonna slap fast. All right, so these like little hoodie, what are these called? They call them jump pockets, but you can buy similar items, obviously, and they're like onesies. All right, so in the winter, always there's going to be stuff like this that's been doing good. Anything with the Grinch or Grinch related is doing good right now. The Grinch is like everywhere. On social media, it's like the year of doing stuff with the Grinch, but there, obviously is going to be trademark and copyright issues with the Grinch, so be careful with that. I'm not seeing anything like that's just really sticking out to me like I did on the other tabs. These little shoes that have like the sock built in. Let's see. I'm not vibing on any of that. Let's see what else we have over here. The Cozy Cradle, 2.7 million impressions. 2.7 million impressions for this. This is a baby product. I can attest to the fact that parents buy everything when they have an infant. This cartoon lighter, but again, I like to steer away from selling things that start fires just because there could be some compliance issues between Shopify, Facebook, TikTok. We can see another heart necklace. Y'all, research like can take hours, just so you know. Like it's not one, two, three, boop. Even with softwares, it's gonna take time. The software I'm building, it is designed to, its algorithm is designed to import products that are more duplicatable. So we get rid of all like this botanic tonics. Like we can't replicate that. We're not going to find that on AliExpress. All of these products that we're having to sift through that we can't really get access to sell because they're more unique or they're actual brands. Um, you know, they take up a lot of time. So like these. Those are straight knockoffs of the Apple AirPod Maxes. You don't want to sell those. It'll get you in trouble. Like that would be stupid. Common sense should tell you not to sell this, right? But we have to sift through this, and this is why I'm building my own software because I don't want to sift through this crap anymore and waste time. Or, well, I don't want my virtual assistants to do it because if I'm being honest, like I don't do this much anymore. I have people that do it. Um, the sunset lamp, the sucker just always pops off. It always pops off. Um, Got a couple more tabs open. I like to go products up more than 100,000. And let's say if they're measuring units sold, let's do products that have sold over 1,000. Now, this is pulling up like some of the top ads from the TikTok shop. So we're going to see a lot of beauty in here. I don't have time to go through all this with you now. I'm really looking for some standout, stick out stuff. Again, it's easy for you to replicate. So like this, okay? So this little thing right here, I got one for my boy. One similar. it's badass. Like it really is badass. It's like worth the $30 or whatever you'll pay for it retail, and you can get it for next to nothing on AliExpress. So what this does is it puts crazy designs, all like your whole room will light up. It is so cool, but stars everywhere. Um, this is what I'm talking about. We're sifting through, doing some research. This particular product has three different ads. One's done 5 million, one and 1.2 million to 3.1 million impressions. So this is different versions of the ad, selling the exact same product. So marketers are smart. They have different variations of ads so they can reach, and appeal to different people. So this is definitely a product right now that you could be selling and that you probably should be selling, is a little moon man that projects crazy stuff all over your room. It's badass. It's great for kids and adults too. Like adults love it. So again, you see, that is one thing out of all this stuff that we have to sift through right here. We talked about mechanical keyboards that light up earlier this year. This is still a trend right now. It still pops off. You can get the stuff drop shipped easily. So 5.2 million impressions, 3.7. um Sifting through, I'm just looking for, like, I know like what immediately something a drop shipper could duplicate, and what's working right now. So I can really quickly scroll through, and you're like, wait, slow down, slow down, slow down. Like, I already know a lot of the stuff you're not going to be able to replicate. There are unique advertisers out there as well that have unique products and topicals and lotions and potions and makeups and stuff. Do you want to stick away from all of that stuff? You don't want the liability of selling a consumable or a topical, unless you're designing it and everything that was put into it and so on and so forth. But here's another one. You could totally find something that like this on AliExpress. Again, it projects cool lights. It's a little remote car. This is something that you could easily replicate, and it's got various ads that have absolutely crushed it. Um, so again, that's something that we could pop off and test real quick. Um, Now over here, United States, let's do things that have, why don't we just do 500,000 plus sold, let's say 500 units at least. And you're going to see this rotating curling iron. You're going to see screen protectors, a lot of the same stuff that we've been looking at. This is just a different way to segment it. Lots of things that will create, power banks for your phone, more shine on jewelry. So you start to see, when you look through different segmented data, you start to see trends of the same things that are working. The rope lights, the onesies are probably done for right now, the Christmas theme ones. Um, Portable torches, like they're popular, but again, be careful selling stuff like that. Kitchen gadgets here and there, we've seen a couple of viral ones. More rope lights. This could be hot for Valentine's Day in February. Start thinking about Valentine's Day. This hollow heart designed pendant necklace box. All right, definitely can get something like that on AliExpress. Don't have to be exact, it could be similar. And this little multifunction portable mini fridge is really cool. It's really cute. So that's something that probably will sell. Yeah, I think we'll stop there because there's like, I could just keep going, and we're 10 minutes over. And I try to keep these to 30 minutes. But as you could see, I could sit here and I could do this for hours. How many of you in here would like to sit here with me for hours while I do product research? Yeah. Like if I'm researching, like for my own stuff, like I'm going to put a little bit more, I'm going to go more in depth. When I find a product, I'm going to go find it on AliExpress real quick. I'm going to do some ad research, but I'm quickly trying to give you ideas. So if you're sitting around like, I have no idea what to market, you just saw an entire group of things that are already proven. Like they're dead proven. Like there's no way to argue it. They have millions of impressions. You don't get millions of impressions without, sales, because you don't pay for advertising into the millions of impressions unless you're actually generating sales, right? It's common sense. That said, um, make sure that you utilize this strategy here. Create buzz, create the sizzle effect, get some of these hot products, put them on your store. Christmas Eve sale, Christmas Day sale, and extended after day after Christmas sale. And it'll create that buzz. These types of products will create the sizzle effect paired with a good price and a good deal, like 20% off, or it doesn't have to be 20% off. You know your numbers. It could be 30% off. It could be 10% off. It could be free shipping. Create the buzz with a deal and a discount and a hot product. That's what I've been doing since 2014, since I started doing e-commerce, right? Selling t-shirts. I created buzz and I had the sizzle effect. That said, I love you all. Happy holidays. Be safe this week and stay warm if it's cold where you are. Spend time with your loved one and your families, but also keep your eye on your business because it's still big time selling season for e-commerce stores, and enjoy life. Don't be so obsessed with work that you let important time with your family pass you by. Remember, you got to have a good split this week because you can't go. You only get so many holidays, so many Christmases, so many birthdays, so many whatever um, throughout your life, and each one is far more valuable than the dollar. But if you can find that good split and do both, then you can have a very great life where hopefully you create time freedom and you become financially free. What that's going to be different for everybody, but that's the ultimate goal, right? But always have both of them in mind, time freedom and financial freedom. You have to have both to really live the dream. You can't have one and not the other. The life is going to kind of suck. All right. Love you all. Happy holidays. I'll see you next week. I'm so excited about our next webinar. Until then, get started with the strategy. All right. Good night, y'all.